What's up, my artsy cookies? So last time I've shared some of my art therapy tips and watercolor meditations with you guys. And I've actually had some people coming to my Instagram and asking for more. So here you guys go. Those are art therapy exercises that you can try to relax, let your stress out, and let your creativity flow.
This exercise is quite creative. We're gonna start by building your own color palette. So pick multiple colors and draw little squares or circles on the side of your page. Those are gonna be colors combined in this drawing. So you wanna think about what kind of colors you want the combination of, what colors look good together, what colors contrast each other or match each other. Once you pick your colors and draw them on the side of the paper, we're gonna move on to the artwork. So now, your goal is to include all of these colors into your artwork, or at least do your best to do so. We're going to start by drawing a border of the image and just start filling out your page with colors. You don't have to plan the whole thing. You don't have to plan composition right away. Do it a little bit randomly so that you will have a freedom to play around later. Like right now, I'm not planning anything at all. I'm just kind of going with a flow. Once you start filling the page with colors and some shapes and ideas start to come to mind, you can start realizing them. Another thing you can do is you can fill out your page with some colors first and then draw with other colors on top of it after they dry. Try this out and see what turns out. The beautiful thing to remember about watercolors is that you can always fix your mistakes. There is so much in watercolors to explore, and the beautiful part about it, although people often think that it's very easy to mess watercolor up and that it's hard to control them, it's actually not true. I think it's just intimidating. In reality, watercolors are very, I want to say, bendy. You can make them light, you can make them dark, graphic or bright, and all of that is in your hands. So don't get intimidated by this media and just try and play around with different types of it. Try to move it in different directions and give it a different artistic direction and see what happens. This next exercise is just generally great to not only relax, but also kinda do some self-searching and self-analysis and understand what is it that you're looking for in life. Have you ever heard of 8 relational needs? So basically, in relation to anything and anyone, we have these 8 relational needs that we need to fulfill. And the more filled we are, the happier we are. So say, if you are struggling in your life, there is something that you are not happy about. And maybe it's not an obvious unhappiness. Maybe it's not something that you think about often, but it's that off feeling that you have inside of you. Or maybe you've been experiencing some problems in your relationships or with family. So this exercise should help you analyze what is it that you're looking for and what is it that you're missing. So we are going to draw 8 jars about the same shape and size. And then each one of these jars is going to represent one relational need. I'm going to explain this when it comes to relationship between people, just because it's easier to understand, but you can definitely apply it to life in general or relationship between different kind of people. It doesn't have to be your spouse or your relative. It can be related to anyone. So first one is security. Do you feel secure and safe with this person? Do you trust them completely with your safety? That's a security jar. Next one is being appreciated and validated. Do you feel like this person is appreciating you? Do you feel validated? Third jar is being able to rely on. Can you really rely on this person? Fourth jar is being understood. Does this person normally understand you? Fifth jar is self-definition. Do you feel like you are self-defined in your relationships? Number 6 is impact on others. Do you feel like you're making an impact on that person? Number 7 is initiative from others. Does this person take initiative in your relationships? And the last one, express love. Do you feel like you express love towards that person? And once again, I'm only using person as an example. It can be in relation to your life somewhere, your job. It can be related to many things. So now that we have that, you can take colors, and it can be watercolors, pencils, doesn't really matter, and fill those jars and see how full they are. So if you feel really secure with that person or in that job or in that relationships, the jar is going to be full. And if you're not, it's going to be empty, or it's going to be a little color in there. You can choose colors however you like and however you feel like, whatever you associate with. And later on, after you're done with this exercise, just look at your jars. Try to analyze them. If you want, you can even write down percentages on each jar. How full is it? Is it 50%, 80%, 13%? It can be anything. Think about it, analyze it, and then you'll get your answer. If there was something that's been bothering you, this is a good way to figure out what was it and what you need. Also pay attention to colors. Do you like these colors? Or did you use any colors that you actually don't like? And think about why. Let's keep in mind that these are just exercises to help you analyze yourself. But it doesn't mean that this is 100% right. In order to make a full professional analysis, you would need a therapist for that. And this is just a good way to give yourself a good, quick self-analysis and see where you're at. And if all jars are full, that's great. That means that you're doing great. You don't have anything to be worried about. And if they are all only half full, that means that maybe you need some improvement in your relationships or whatever these 8 relational needs represent to you. But most importantly, keep in mind that this is just something that you do for yourself. It doesn't necessarily mean that if your jars are empty or only half full, that everything is bad. No, don't worry about that. Again, just analyze it and think about it. If they are half full, why do you feel this way? Why do you think they're half full? Maybe they're not. And if they are, how can you change that? Because we're here to make your life better. This next exercise I call Meditational Circles. It's a lot like Zen stones exercise, but it's got a little bit more order in it, I feel like. The difference is in Zen stones exercise, you are focusing on the whole composition and everything as a whole, where here we're gonna be doing each individual circle on its own. So basically you're starting out by drawing a bunch of circles. I like to separate them by tone and then in the middle add up some tones to the big ones. And you can do it like me, or you can do it however you want to order them. After you drew your circles, you can give them some texture by gently tapping them with a tissue. That's something I like to do with my watercolors. And after your circles are dry, we can move on to patterns and doodles. You can use inks, pens, gouache, or even watercolors to do some patterns on top of the circles now. Try it out, try different colors, try different shapes. If you want some inspirations for your patterns, just go to Pinterest and search for patterns. They have a lot of great inspiration there. Or Instagram is a great way to find it too. I personally enjoy checking out different kind of fabric patterns and try to copy them as well. And while you're doing it, enjoy some good music. Just let yourself draw. hope you enjoyed this watercolor meditation. And see you next time. Okay, time for some art therapy. And guess what? We're not gonna use any art supplies. All you need is a pen. Yeah, it's that simple. So today we are going to do doodling. For some people, maybe it sounds childish, but doodling is actually a very useful therapeutic tool. A lot of people use it to relax and just kind of let their thought loose. The great thing about it is that you don't need to think about what to draw. You don't even need to think about what are you doing. Just start drawing something. It can be a pattern, it can be something you see, it can be just a repetition of triangles or anything. Your goal here is just to fill the page. And while you doodle, you can listen to music, or you can listen to a TV playing, or somebody from your family talking, or just get lost in your thought. Just try to relax, let your thoughts out on the paper, and go for it. Another great thing about doodling is that that's something that you can turn into a coloring book for your kids. So say if you have a kid and you want to entertain him somehow, just start doodling yourself, and after you're done and you have all of these beautiful black and white doodles, give it to your child and let him paint it, let him color it. So that way you will get some relaxation first, and then your kid gets to play around with it too. For moms and dads out there, another thing you can do is take a piece of paper. One of you is gonna start doodling on one half of a paper, and then give it to the other, and the other is gonna doodle and finish the other half of a paper. So this way you only need to complete one half of a paper, and after you're done, give it to your kid and let him paint it. Give him some colored pencils and see what he's gonna come up with. This is a great exercise to relax and at the same time have fun together.
Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you found this useful or pleasant or relaxing. If you like this video, consider checking out my inner artist journey videos over here. Consider subscribing and let me know what you think about this video, or if you have any questions in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next time.